Nick Sabaka III was literally born to be a football legend. As soon as he was out of diapers, his father had him doing ball reaction drills. By the time he got to be a senior in high school, he was considered the most anticipated recruit in football history, and it wasn't just because of his name. Schools were ponying up to give Nick any NIL deal that he wanted, but ultimately Oklahoma came out on top, so he'll be playing his first season as a Sooner. Nick's goals for his freshman year are to lead Oklahoma to the playoffs and make a run at a Heisman trophy, and if he doesn't at least make it onto the Heisman watch in year one, I'll be sending everybody who likes and comments on this video $100 trillion. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Nick's first on-field action is going to be at home against a top 25 Michigan team. Michigan already down to the goal line, but going with a screen pass, and Nick is going to jump it. This is going to be a pick six. And in his first half of collegiate football, Nick shows why he was the #1 recruit on the planet, putting the Sooners up by 2 scores early in the game. The crowd is going crazy. Look at this stripe out, man. I am trying to rock with this close-up camera angle, and so far it's working pretty well. We'll see if I decide to stick with it. It is definitely an adjustment, but helps you see your assignment a little bit better. And with the half closing down, Nick gonna fly in for a pass breakup on the curl. That'll bring us to the end of a dominant first half, and Michigan going with a play action here. It looks like they're trying to take a shot right to Nick. It's hard to see where the ball is, but he's gonna get under it and come down with it, and we got room to run on the interception. Let's go. 2 picks already for the boy. This one's not gonna go back to the house, but another huge play. And shoot, man, Nick might win the Heisman as a freshman cornerback. They're coming his way again. What are you doing, man? Nick has helped low-key turn this game into a blowout, and that's gonna do it for an elite game 1. We destroy the number 12 Wolverines, and Nick was undoubtedly the MVP of that game. Led the team in tackles with 2 for loss and 2 interceptions, including a pick 6. To be fair, our offense played lights out as well. And after that, we're gonna work on improving the abilities a little bit, getting our robber up to silver. And in his first start, Nick wins National Defensive Player of the Week. It's safe to say that this career is off to an excellent start. In our next game, for some reason though, we're headed on the road to Temple, and I'm hoping for a dominant performance against the Owls, as actually they target Nick on the first play. We're not quite able to get that breakup. And this one's been just a little bit slow so far. The offense that was so explosive last game for some reason isn't doing a whole lot against Temple. Defense has just got to keep locking up, and on 3rd down, sitting in a cover 4, Nick is going to jump a slant and get the pick. Let's go. Just got to get up out of there, and Nick is the fastest man on the field. He has got those Sabaka genetics, and he will cruise into the end zone for his second pick 6 of the season. We head to half with a 13-0 lead, despite the fact that Temple has nearly doubled our offense's output. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm still loving this camera angle. I really didn't expect to play this series on it, but all of a sudden I'm understanding its appeal for whatever reason. In some ways it is definitely more of a challenge, but it makes the game feel a little bit more real, and Nick gonna help out stopping that QB sneak there. As offense finally able to go down and get 6. Should basically put this game away. We just gotta keep doing our thing. And Temple trying to test us deep here. Nick got beat off the line, but able to make up for it and gets a toe-tapping pick in the back of the end zone. That was just beautiful. We're not done yet either. I'm trying to get another pick before it's all said and done. Seems like Temple's just running the ball though, trying to get out of here. So that does it for this one. Another dominating performance, 31-0. Took our offense a little bit of time to get started, but Nick helped to spark it with another pick 6. The toe-tapping pick might have been even nicer though, and notice how the second he caught the ball, Nick knew that he had it, immediately going into a high step. Look at his bald head ass celebrating on the field. Didn't lead the team in tackles this time, but still had a nice 6 on the day with a tackle for loss. Unfortunately, our interception yards did glitch out, which might hurt Nick's Heisman hopes just a little bit. A glitch, by the way, that has literally been in the game since NCAA Football 14. After those performances, Nick will sensibly get to challenge for the cornerback 1 job. Coach is loving what he's seen from him so far, and only a couple games in, we're already getting some big time NIL offers. So here comes another position battle, and this one's looking to be a little bit tougher as our running back spins Nick out of his shoes. We've got a beat score of 8,000 for this drill, which is actually genuinely tough. We're gonna have to get a lot of tackles for loss. So far, Nick's doing a pretty good job though, shooting into the backfield and getting one here. This one might come down to the wire, but we're giving it our best go, and it's actually been one of Nick's best practices ever so far. Just need 1 or 2 more tackles for loss and we'll win the drill. And we're able to get it here, locking down the win in the first drill. With that out of the way, all we gotta do is beat this stupid reaction test drill, which Nick will do easily. And for good measure, we'll go and get the win in the 3rd drill as well. Nick able to pick up a couple interceptions in the DB battle. And we all knew it was coming. Nick is officially cornerback #1. Not just on his team, but probably in the entire country. And case in point, for the 2nd straight week, he won National Defensive Player of the Week. It's only a matter of time before he winds up on this Heisman watch, I think. So sitting at 3-0, we're back at home with an SEC SEC opener against Auburn. We'll see if Nick can keep this run of good games going. First game at the cornerback 1 spot, we're probably going to get some tougher matchups as Nick starts out the game with a nice little tackle. Offense is looking great here in the first half, and Auburn going with a little screen pass and Nick jumping it perfectly. It's going to be an easy pick 6. He leaps into the end zone and continues to prove that that first game was not a fluke. He's having an even better start to his freshman season than his dad did when he was in college, and sending the blitz here, we're going to get a safety. This defense might actually be elite. We head to the second half and Auburn's going back to the same formation and they're going to throw a screen again. What are you doing? Nick is absolutely eating on the screens early on in his career, and it's going to go back again, although he did start celebrating a little bit too early on that one. That could have been bad. With another 2 pick 6s, I expect us to be on the Heisman watch next week. By the way, just because I know people are going to ask, we are on Heisman. Again, I can't change this during the game. Was not expecting this type of game against Auburn, and they say, you know what, we're going to throw another screen to the same guy. Nick absolutely crushes the wide receiver. Craziest hit of his career so far. And this Auburn offense is just useless right now. And they're still running the ball for some reason, coming right to our side. Come here, give me a tackle for loss. You can try a little bit of press now, why not? And dude did get off it pretty easy, but they come right to us and we're there for the coverage. Not quite in position to get a pick though. And offense kills the rest of the clock. We get another blowout win. I'm used to carrying trash teams in this road to glory, but this Oklahoma team feels pretty legit. And even though Nick has no social skills, the girls are still flocking to him, but we're staying focused. Nick has no carnal desires whatsoever. His only desire is to catch interceptions. Still not quite on that Heisman watch though. We're going to be there soon. And this is big. We're able to upgrade to a platinum robber. From what I've heard from T-Top's TikTok videos, this ability is supposed to be pretty elite. We're up to number 7 in the country here, and headed back home, we got these little gray out unis on, taking on a meager Kent State team who will hopefully throw us a lot of interceptions. Oklahoma's got a really nice walkout, by the way. The stadium looks great, and I'm liking this little banner slap thing that he keeps doing. A win in this game is hopefully a foregone conclusion. We should just be thinking about stats, and Nick already picking up a nice big hit. And Kent State trying to get a drive going early on, hoping to bait these boys up deep, but their quarterback gets dogged in the pocket and goes down for a sack. And offense able to go down and get a touchdown. I can't lie though, this game has been super boring so far. Ball just hasn't really come our way at all, and I've been baiting up hard. Gonna do the same here, and it is gonna come our way. Nick has a chance at it, but can't quite come down with it. The ball glances off his hands. We played it perfectly too. Just gotta keep working to create another opportunity, and oh, we had that curl route baited up nice. Doesn't decide to come our way though. Kent State's game plan has clearly just been to stay away from Nick for the most part, but it hasn't worked out great for them. We've landed an insane 12 sacks. Kent State in a last gasp situation here on 4th and long, but I don't care about the situation. I'm trying to bait it up and get a pick, and they're coming our way. I can't see where the ball is, and dude tried to make a diving catch, but we're able to knock it out at the last second. And that was a big play because offense hasn't exactly been putting this game away. This game still isn't quite over with just over 2 minutes left. We're gonna have another 4th down though, and same type of situation. Thankfully, the quarterback is a sitting duck. So that'll do it. Kind of a weird game. We get a 21-3 dub. And Nick once again had chances at picks, but couldn't come down with them this time. Easily his least impactful game so far, but we are at least able to come down with a couple of deflections. And this next one is going to be huge. It's the Red River rivalry, taking on number 5 Texas. A win in this game would put us in a great spot for a playoff berth. This is going to be a tough game. Texas is more talented than any other team we've played, but early on, Nick baiting up the out route and able to get a pick. He's going the other way, and a dude has the pursuit angle on him. I'm not trying to leave this up to the offense though. We go in and put our head down to get it, and Nick looked crazy fast there. That is a Heisman type of play. Pick 6 to start the game. Not satisfied yet though. We need to keep on making plays, and Texas throwing it over the middle here, and bro, how did that dude get that open? This is going to be a touchdown for the Longhorns. That's just brutal. Hey, look at offense though, answering with a touchdown of their own, and that's just what we need from them because Arch Manning's still looking confident delivering strikes. Big 3rd down here, gotta lock up, and we're sending the blitz and getting Manning in the backfield. Big time stop. Texas has been driving the damn ball on us though. They've already got the ball in the red zone again, and coming our way here, Nick's gonna come down on that and make a deflection. Okay, this becomes a critical 3rd and 11. Nick's gonna go press man, and let's see, they're not gonna test us. We get the sack. Another bend don't break moment from the D. Offense was able to get a field goal, but they're right back on us. It's a good thing we started out with a pick 6 because our defense is having a tough time. We found a way to stack them up the last few times, but with time ticking down in the half, they're gonna get to 1st and goal. We got a shot, gotta lock up on 3rd and goal, and oh bro, we got stuck on our guy, but we still get the tackle in the backfield. Texas is gonna have to take another 3, and even better, they miss the field goal, offense gets a touchdown, and all of a sudden we're in a great spot here. Defense has just got to keep on keeping things in front of him, no more of those big plays, and we should be okay. Gonna send a blitz here, and oh no, Nick got stuck on his own guy, and he's gonna get beat. This will go all the way to the house too, and that's exactly what we didn't want to do. Even worse, offense turns it over. Texas has it on the goal line, and just running it up the middle, they killed that 2-score lead just like that. So this is a tight one going into the 4th quarter, and it's Nick's fault. If we lose, Nick's gonna feel like it's on him, but on a 3rd and very long, they're going to the other side, and his teammate's gonna get the interception. I don't know who that was, but that's huge. Coach has been calling some scary coverages. We're in the cover 3 here, and they're gonna attack it. Nick isn't in perfect position, but able to get the knockout at least. We'll take it. The boys gotten tested today for sure. Some good, some bad. Our teammates are coming up big around us though. Another interception over the middle, and that could do it with 2.5 minutes left. We still got a lot of time left too, and with this big lead, I'm gonna bait something up. They're gonna go deep again, and it looked like we were beat, but Nick catches up to it, and he might have a lane here. Trying to turn this into a second pick 6 of the day. Nobody will catch him, and Nick dives into the end zone. Not a perfect day for the boy, but with 2 pick 6s, it's tough to complain, and our offense came through big time. Oh my god, look at Nick, bro, donning this hat that doesn't fit him at all. Super tough. Love to see the boy showing a little bit of personality. Barring some wild stuff, man, this is a playoff team, and Nick's a big part of it. Another 2 pick 6 performance, I think would get him in the mix for the Heisman. We'll see. And on top of that, Nick crushed his exams. He studied like a robot. How about another National Defensive Player of the Week? The squad is up to number 3, should be higher in my opinion. Still nothing on the Heisman watch though. Halfway through the season, Nick's coming in at a crazy 8 interceptions. That's with missing his first 2 games of the season too, and 6 of those have been touchdowns. If we can turn these deflections into picks, bro, we're gonna be going crazy. It is time to improve the hands a little bit. This should help with the deflections for sure. Gonna get the catching all the way up to 74. The schedule's gonna continue to be hard though. We head on the road to South Carolina, who's no joke. And man, felt like we had that baited up. Sellers doesn't take it. Couple nice little negative plays from defense there, but offense gets us moving with a touchdown. Good stuff, man. Nick is unfortunately gonna get beat over the middle there. Wasn't expecting the tight end to run that route. When you play aggressive, you are just gonna give stuff up every once in a while. And speaking of being aggressive, Nick coming over the middle here and lands a huge hit. Let's go. Gotta lock up on the goal line though, and we're gonna get out of position here. They chuck it up to Harbor, and if we strafed up a little bit better, that could have been a pick. Instead, Nick gives up a touchdown. So a couple iffy moments from our guy in SEC play. He is of course still a freshman, and dude, Sellers just runs us over here, but fumbles the ball. Can we fall on that? Ball's gonna roll around on the ground forever, and somehow we don't pick that up. We are gonna have a 3rd and 12 here though, and they're just going with straight up slants. Nick is right there, but somehow that ball goes over his head, and I wasn't expecting him to hit the other slant. Can we catch this dude? No shot. South Carolina apparently has some fast receivers, and he's gonna go all the way to the house. Alright man, this is not going well so far. Offense is keeping us in the game, but we gotta bounce back, and Nick is gonna do just that here, lurking up over the middle, and I was hoping we'd be able to get out of there. Probably could have done something better with the return, but we put offense in nice position. Another 3rd down here, and trying to guard Harbor. Dude, he is quick. Didn't have great coverage on him. They go the other way though, and we're able to get a spot or something. So we hold SC to a field goal, but it is a battle headed to the second half. They got 3rd and inches. Maybe we can find a way. I know they're just going quarterback sneak, and this time we're gonna snap it short. We needed that. And offense answers the call, picking up 3 as they go over the middle, and man, I thought that was for us. Was up to the next level. If only we could have put the hands up. This Gamecock offense is just genuinely tough to stop, and they're moving it again, but okay, sack there helps for sure. See, this is where we really need a pick. They're gonna keep it on the ground here. We string it out, and dude breaks out of it. Nick's there for the tackle though, helping things out. With time taken down in the 4th, we're gonna have 3rd and 7, and just sitting in a cover 2, we got the flats, making sure dude doesn't run an out route, and they're gonna go to the seams. We were almost there, but it just gets over Nick. It'll be a touchdown, and with offense turning it over, we might be about to eat our first L. Need a miracle. I'm gonna try to strip the ball away here. We can't get to Sellers though because he freaking hit sticked our dude too hard, and that takes us down to the 2-minute warning. Our best hope is that they decide to pass it for some reason, but I don't think they're gonna do it. Best chance here is on 3rd down, and okay, that is a pass. They're gonna go with a slant, and oh bro, we were so close. Oh, he dropped it. Let's go. Okay, I thought we blew it, but they're gonna have to kick. It doesn't matter though, offense just didn't have enough time, and we take an upset that loss on the road. Nick had the pick, but it was far from a perfect game. We gotta be a little bit cleaner. It's just tough with this camera angle. And after the loss, this girl Mackenzie trying to get us to break our curfew. What are you talking about, Mackenzie? These girls are no good, bro. They're trying to drag Nick down. And we're gonna upgrade the catching a couple more times here with our skill points. Now up to 78. Can't take any more L's like that, and our next home game is gonna be tough. This SEC schedule has no let up. We're going against Ole Miss. This has potential to be another tough test. Ole Miss obviously usually has a high-flying offense. Offense off to a good start though. It felt like they had a little bit of a down week last week, so good to see him bouncing back early on. Gonna have a third down and long, and our dude's gonna run a little wheel route. Looks like the quarterback is going for that, but we got the speed to catch up. Nick gets hands on it and drops it. We still gotta work on those hands. Those are opportunities we gotta take advantage of, and trying to plug up a fourth down for Ole Miss, we're not quite able to do it. The dude hopped over. We have been pretty good on the goal line though. See what we can do here. Looks like they're gonna try to pitch it out, and we string that out. Okay. The thing about this wide situation, bro, is I cannot see anything. And quarterback taking off here again on third down. Big time tackle from our dude. Good to see some toughness from the defense there. And sitting in the flat zone, they're gonna go to the curl, and oh, we're just a half second late on a pick six. Not even able to get the knockout. Nice 10-point lead here, and in the man coverage, I'm thinking this is coming our way. Seems like a moon ball, but we got step-for-step coverage, and Nick gets under it in the end zone, picking up his 10th pick of the year. And we're trying to take this back, bro. No touchbacks for us. We got a lane too, and Nick's got a lot of room to work. They've got some good angles on him. We'll see if he can make some moves. He is not quite able to get out of there, but a huge return for this defense. And he's rising to the task here against a tough offense. Ole Miss has good receivers, and we've been pretty much locking them down. They could get back in this game pretty quickly though, driving it again, and we can't give up a touchdown under the 2-minute warning. Hoping for another clutch moment from the defense, and they're just running the ball. Okay, we'll take that. Send the blitz, and we end up stuffing dude behind the line. So we have third down. This is going to be a long one for Ole Miss. We just got to play safe coverage, and what's happening? Looks like a fumble. Ole Miss is able to pick it up, but another big stand from this D. This is a good bounce back game for defense, but offense struggling a little bit. They turned the ball over there, and I was really hoping we had that zig baited up. They're not quite going to throw it. Our offense is bound to score eventually, right? Defense isn't going to lock up forever, and dude, they're going to go to the flats here. We were so close to that for a pick six again. We were able to get the tackle for loss though, which is nice. And we got 3rd and 4, sitting in the flats again, and they're just going to go. I don't even know what happened there. We get a stop though, I'll take it. And offense gets the points that we needed. We are going crazy, and our pass rush has once again been great. We've had an insane 8 sacks on the day. At this point, we can just play for stats, and they're going with a little out route here. Nick is on that, and Brick hands it. Bro, our hands have just got to get better. This 4th and 5 is going to be our last chance for a pick, and looking like slants. They just toss it over the middle, and okay, they move the chains. Been watching out diligently for a screen, and this might as well be one. Nick has to make a tough tackle in space, but he does. Gonna have another 4th down, and sitting in the man coverage. We baited that up heavy, but they just go over the middle and get the touchdown. That does it though. We get our big dub. And a fun game from Nick. Obviously had the pick, but could have easily had a couple more. And with that game, Nick set the single season Oklahoma interceptions record. Only 7 games deep. This next game might be one of the hardest yet. We're taking on Tennessee on the road. They're a fringe playoff team coming in at number 17. They're another one of these wide teams, and we dealt with it pretty well against Ole Miss. Hopefully we can do so again. And so far so good. Offense coming out strong again, getting 7. So far just playing straight up man blitz coverage and baiting up the deep ball here. They're coming our way, and we gave him a couple steps, but Nick's able to catch up, coming down with his first pick of the day, and we're starting to figure out these streak routes. The quarterbacks tend to underthrow the ball in this game, and we're taking advantage. I believe that's Nick's like 11th interception on the season, and we gotta finish strong. I want another multi-pick game. So far our coverage in this one has been strap up, maybe Nick's best of the season. Gonna try a little press here just because, and looks like they're going with hitch routes. We're on that, and for some reason he threw it. I wasn't ready for it, so the ball bounced off of Nick's head, but he was able to catch it on the carom, and we have our multi-pick game already in the first half. Let's go. Just gotta continue locking up before halftime. Tennessee trying to put a drive together, but we bait up the crosser, and give me that. Nick's 3rd of the day. It's turned into his best game of the season so far. We're going absolutely crazy, boys. On the road in front of a hostile crowd too. This is an elite performance. Let's see, 3rd and 6. They're definitely going to pass it here, and this is a crosser. They're actually going to go to Nick's man, and we weren't in great position, but that ball gets knocked away, and the stop allows offense to get yet another touchdown. Now we can get aggressive, and they're running an in route. Again, not great position, but somehow we get the deflection, and we head to the 4th quarter dominating. Kind of a last gasp situation for Tennessee on 4th and 1, but they go with some kind of end around, and I wasn't ready for that. We got blocked hard. Okay, so the Vols finally break the shutout. We got to be careful, but Tennessee still got a long ways to go to get back in this. Just need to play smart, and if they're going to take that stuff over the middle, that's totally fine. Keep that clock ticking. We head down near the 2-minute warning and play in the flat zone here. Oh, I baited that up. Didn't jump it quite right though. And even with the 3 interceptions, we've definitely had opportunities for picks that we missed, but they threw it the other way there, and I guess our boy got one on the other side. It's going to go back to the house, and that should bag this game up. An absolutely gigantic road win, and we did it in style. Defense basically shut Tennessee out till it was too late, and Nick balled out with potentially his best game yet, led the team in tackles and had 3 picks. With that, we set the SEC single season interception record, and with just a few games left, we're only 1 pick away from tying the single season interception record for college football overall. After the game, bro, the girls are back on Nick, trying to lead him astray. Mackenzie wants him to cheat on the test. No way, Nick is an honest man. And how about another National Defensive Player of the Week? As a look at that, we have made our way onto the Heisman watch. Nick sliding in at number 4 as a freshman. And we'll go ahead and upgrade the hands a little bit more. Now our catching should be pretty good, man. The Sooners are up to number 4 in the country, but we gotta go take on Alabama on the road this week. They may not have a great record, but make no mistake, this is gonna be a tough game. And Nick trying to make a tough hit, but doesn't wrap up. A running back just bounces right off of him. Bama's got some of the best athletes Nick's played against so far, and he's gonna have to match up against Ryan Williams a couple times today, most likely. On an early 3rd down, Bama's gonna run the ball up the middle, and Nick, trying to fly in, launches himself at the running back. Low-key, that could have been a targeting. Our boy was trying to get his get back for that first play, and Bama going with some corner routes here. I was really hoping they'd come our way, but they've got the middle open, and they got 1st and goal already. And I recognize this, bro. This is the jet touch pass formation, but we get stuck. We're not able to get over there, and Ty Simpson actually keeping it for a touchdown. Okay, so not a great start for defense. This one's definitely going to be a battle. We need to come up with some turnovers. Got to figure out ways to shut down this run game too, and they're going to go with it on 3rd down, but Nick's there laying down the hit. There's a nice play from our boy. Offense turns it over though. Terrible start from them. We're at least going to be able to get a 3rd down stop to hold them to a field goal. We were finally able to get a touchdown, thankfully, but Bama's coming right back at us. Ryan Williams getting loose and getting them down inside the 5. We have been good on the goal line all season, but I don't know about this game. Nick is going to make a tackle though to make it 2nd down. I feel like this is just a QB sneak. We're going to try to plug up the middle, and no, they actually do a normal run, and we get the tackle. All right, let's see, 3rd and goal, and they're going to run it again. We get him in the backfield. That's big. Defense is upset that they gave up points, but we'll take that. And offense fighting a little bit. They get 3. Again, just need that big play from the defense. Bama's just been smart about how they run their offense. They haven't run any of those plays that we usually farm picks off of. 3rd and 5, maybe this will be it. And oh, they go curl route. We were burnt, but I guess our guy to the other side was burnt worse. Bama keeps on rolling, and nothing for us to cover here. They go to the other side and pick it up. We might be screwed. Offense just not doing it today, and these dudes are just going to run it down our throats. I can't say I was expecting this much of a power run approach, and bad run defense from Nick there, but the quarterback is going to fumble, and we're right there to pick it up. Let's go. We almost got out of there too. Maybe that's the break that we needed. We're at least able to get within 7. Our offense is so due to score a touchdown. We just need to get 1 stop for them, but it's been a struggle going into the 4th. This 3rd and 7 feels big. First play of the 4th quarter, and they're going to run the ball. How do we have no one there, dog? And what's this? Looks like a C route. Nick is on it, playing perfect coverage, and they come our way. Give me that. Nick finally comes down with an interception, and offense, please do something with this. Sadly, they're not able to. They've gotten shut down all day, but at least we can say that Nick's done his part. We'll have another chance at a stop on 3rd and 9, and guarding Ryan Williams here, he just runs a drag, and they've got a guy wide open. I shouldn't have sent the blitz. That was too aggressive. We're probably screwed. Need some magic at this point, and they're just running it with Ty Simpson. He's got an open lane, and we tried to fly in but couldn't quite get there. Offense did make it interesting though by getting a touchdown. Maybe it's not over yet, and they went with a screen pass. Was really hoping they'd come our way, but Simpson showing off his legs, man, getting up out of there and picking up a huge gain. Let's at least give our offense a chance, man. 3rd and 8. And it does look like they're probably going to pass it, right? They're throwing it deep, and bro, I thought I was releasing that guy to our middle zone, but he was nowhere to be found. That was a tough loss. I want to see the replay on this. Yeah, man, so I don't know who's supposed to be over the middle here. I think maybe number 3, but they just were not there for some reason. We could have covered that up if we just kept running. That was definitely a big setback, but we're still right on the edge of the playoff picture. Unfortunately, we did fall off the Heisman watch after that. We need a bounce back game against number 20 Missouri, and Nick's starting off in man coverage. His dude runs an out route, and he's gonna dive for the pick. Let's go. Possibly the cleanest of Nick's career so far, and a beautiful start to this game. Offense is able to pin the Tigers back deep in their own territory, and after a first down penalty, they're coming right Nick's way. Give me that tackle. Let's continue locking these boys up. We got a cover 2 here, but they're going with slants and trying to throw it over the middle. Give me another one. Nick is going the other way, and he's not quite going to be able to crib this, but we are going crazy. Offense makes it a 14-0 lead, and Missouri just continuing to chuck the ball around. They're going corner route here, and I thought they were coming our way. Instead, they go the other side. Elite coverage from Nick again, though, and on 3rd down, we're trying to bait up that curl route. I want to catch a pick on that here soon, but we're able to get the 3rd down stop. 14-3, but a turnover from offense makes it 14-3, but a turnover from offense puts Missouri on the goal line, and they're going with a screen here. We weren't able to get to it, and I guess they just went to the other side anyways. Offense goes down and gets a big 7, though. Hopefully they run some more screens because we've been elite at picking those off, and we're gonna pick off this curl route. I don't know why the quarterback threw our way on that, but we'll take it. 3rd pick at the half. This performance should put us even higher on the Heisman watch, but the game's not over yet. I gotta keep doing our thing in the second half. And nice job by Nick there in run support. He's at times been good at that this season, and on the next play gonna do it again, racking up another tackle. As offense able to get us an insurance touchdown, we're looking beautiful headed into the 4th quarter, and they're coming Nick's way again. I hit the swap button because we were behind that. We miss out on a 4th of the day, but I'll take the deflection. And a couple plays later, why not? They just throw it right to Nick, and this time it's going back to the house. This quarterback has just been making terrible reads all game, and this has turned into the best game of Nick's career. Again, by the way, checking out the options, we are playing on Heisman difficulty. Again, not something I can change during the game. This has turned into exactly the kind of bounce back game that we needed. Putting 45 on Missouri's head with 5 minutes left in the 4th quarter is going to get us up in the playoff rankings for sure. Another one of these beautiful games where we don't have to worry about giving up touchdowns. We can just rack up stats, and I'm not satisfied. I want a 5th pick on the day. Sadly, they didn't end up coming our way again, though. Still a massive win. Nick absolutely snapped with 4 interceptions plus a deflection and at least 1 pick 6. Yeah, 1. And more importantly, we set the national single season interceptions record. 20 picks in the regular season is starting to look possible. Obviously, another National Defensive Player of the Week. As for some reason, we only move up to number 12. I was hoping we'd jump more than that. And I was also hoping that Nick would jump a little bit more on the Heisman watch. With 1 game left, at the moment, we're in the conference championship picture. We just need to win this last game. We'll be taking on 6-5 LSU, and while their record might not be good, their team is. The home crowd should be going crazy for this one, and offense went right down to get a touchdown, but Nick locking up early on. He's moved really fluidly with a couple of the recent upgrades we made, and it's made a massive difference, but our teammates not doing a great job of man coverage so far. Defense is going to need to step it up, and for some reason I thought that was a pass play, but Nussmeier's coming right for us and we're able to get the tackle. Okay, that'll make it 3rd and 1, and we get some slants. I tried to bait that up, but they just went the other way. Tigers are marching right down the field here, and we're in the cover 2. He throws that quick, and there must have been a bust on the other side. Quick touchdown for LSU. We are officially on upset alert, and LSU running it up the middle here. Nick tries to get to it, but gets washed out, and this might go all the way. LSU is just crushing us right now. Our defense has been pretty much hopeless. Offense has been the bright spot. They're keeping us in the game right now. This is just a bad look for a defense that has mostly dominated the season, and they're going screen here. Nick is there for the hit and sits dude down. If we got juked out, I was going to be so sad. And LSU kind of mismanaging the clock here. This might be their last play, and okay, they took a timeout. They're just going to kick the field goal. Defense has got to step it up in the second half and send in a blitz on 3rd down here. We're going to get to the quarterback. A well-timed ball, and Nick was beat. And we're going to have 3rd and 7 here. This feels critical. And Nick's playing man coverage. His dude running a deep route, and they're going to come our way, but we're all over that for the pick, and we finally get our first of the day in a critical situation. Gonna take it back for a nice little return too. Let's get it. Offense goes down, gets another 7, and we have seriously stepped it up in the second half, but it's not quite over yet. We're still playing aggressive, sending the blitz here, and Nick's man has run this route a few times. This time we're all over it and they come to us. Give me that pick. A little bit of contact on that play. I'm surprised they didn't call an illegal contact penalty, but we'll take it. And that should do it. After a terrible first half, we clutch up and they're coming our way one more time. Nick is all over that and goes up for it, but drops it. Damn, we haven't done that in a minute. Would have been a nice one for the stats, but we get a big dub nonetheless. And we should be headed to the playoffs. That did, of course, secure us a spot in the conference championship game as Nick coming up big again. He is up to 20 picks on the season. And in his freshman season, Nick has broken the Oklahoma career interceptions record. Safe to say that he is probably the best recruit in Sooner history. And that takes us to the SEC championship where we take on Georgia. And Nick has moved up to number 2 on the Heisman watch. He just might be able to win it if he has a crazy conference championship. This is the biggest game of Nick's career so far. The Bulldogs come in at a crazy 96 overall. It'll be the best offense that we've played against yet. Nick's going to have to force some turnovers if we want to win this game. And early on, we're sending a man blitz, and that is going to be a turnover from one of our linebackers or linemen, I think. Offense wasn't able to get anything out of it, but good to see the blitz hitting early on. We've been a blitz-heavy team all year, and they're going to the flats. Man, Nick's a half second away. I guess we got to get on that faster. And Georgia's marching it down the field. They got a third down here, and Nick gets beaten man coverage, but lays down a big hit, jarring the ball loose. That's one way to make a play, I guess. This has been a surprisingly defensive game, and as much as I want to make a play, we got to be careful here. I trust that our offense is going to score eventually. Defense has just got to keep on holding Georgia down. They've been moving the ball, but we've at least been able to keep them out of the end zone so far. Clock ticking down under a minute, and they're going to come Nick's way on the in route. That is okay. Keep that clock moving. It's third down. Brings up 3rd and 2. Nick's guarding the tight end. Dude's going to run an in route, and we weren't in perfect position, but coming in for the swat, we get the breakup again. Great coverage play from Nick. Still nothing from offense though. We head to the third quarter, and they are putting a ton of pressure on this defense right now. We can't make a mistake. We've got a 3rd and 1 here, and I know they're going QB sneak. Nick is trying to dive over the line to stop him, but can't quite do it. Best shot is for Nick to come up with a big play, and they're trying to not let him get the chance, just running the ball over to the other side. We are going to have a 3rd down. Stop here would be massive. We're sitting in a cover 6, and let's see, just got to watch out for corner routes, and we box that up. We get a fumble in the backfield, and we pick it up. That's the plays we need from defense. Come on, offense. You got to get something out of this now. Nope, they get nothing. They don't even flip the field. Seems like we're on our own in this one, boys. We head down into the 4th quarter in a desperate situation, and Georgia somehow is going to get their running back wide open out of the backfield. He's going to shake loose of a tackle too, and Nick's the last line of defense. He's able to drag him down at the 2, but the damage is done. Dogs are going to have it 1st and goal, and we can't stop them this time. They go right up the middle for the touchdown. Offense was at least able to get a field goal, so the game's not quite over yet, but with 4 minutes left, we need some magic soon. Would love for Nick to be the one to provide that magic, but they're just running it here, and the dude makes us miss in the hole, and he's off to the races. We sent our safeties on the blitz, and dude is going to take it all the way to the house for a killer touchdown. Okay, offense got a quick touchdown of their own. You just never know what could happen, and oh my god, they actually ran a screen to us, and we didn't freaking get to it in time. That could have been our Heisman moment. For some reason, Georgia is still passing the ball though, and they are just actually going to pick up another 1st down. Okay, I'm sending the blitz here. We need a turnover or a sack. And Nick's man heads in motion. Oh my god, they run a screen to us and we get juked out. Oh, that's so frustrating, dude. I actually can't believe they ran those screens, and they are going to get the field goal to put us away. That might just be how we lose a playoff berth. Absolutely brutal. Offense was atrocious, but when it comes down to it, Nick couldn't come up with a play when his team needed him, and I think he just lost himself the Heisman Trophy. A couple of pass breakups on the day, but no interceptions, and also a couple of iffy tackling moments. We should still have a chance at the playoffs at least. Let's see what happens. We head to the postseason, and Nick wins National Freshman of the Year, of course, but doesn't quite win the Heisman Trophy. He is, of course, going to win every other award, though. Give me the Chuck Bednarik, give me the Bronco Nagurski, give me the Jim Thorpe, and of course, give me first team All-American. And we do just barely sneak into the college football playoff. Yes, sir, we're taking on Texas Tech. Nick actually dropped all the way to number 4 on the Heisman watch following his conference championship performance, but we still have the big prize to play for here. In the first round of the playoffs, we're going to have a classic Big 12 matchup, which is unfortunately play apparently going to be played in a downpour. Gotta go redeem ourselves for the disaster in the SEC championship game, but it's not going to be easy. Texas Tech, ranked number 8 for a reason, is driving it right down the field. Got a third down here and going with some press man. We're going to release our dude to the safety as the quarterback takes a sack. We're able to hold the Raiders to a field goal. Unfortunately, offense's struggles continue. They throw a pick 6 on their first drive, and we are in trouble here in the second quarter. This game's threatening to get out of hand early on. We need to goal line stop here, but Nick's teammates on defense have just been getting killed. Red Raiders able to get another touchdown. It's looking like it might turn out to be a kind of depressing end to the season. We need to stop, and with the Red Raiders backed up on their own goal line, Nick is going to fly in to help with the tackle. So we've got a 3rd and 2, and they're just running the ball. Thankfully, we stack him up, and offense needs to get something before half here. Okay, they're able to do it. We're back in the game. Red Raiders have got the ball to start the half, and these dudes might be a spread team, but they do not pass it at all. I swear to God, they've run it on almost every play. Gonna have a 3rd down, and I'm expecting another run. That's exactly what we're gonna get. I can't see what's going on, but we're going to be able to make the tackle on the quarterback, and it's 4th and inches. All right, I think Texas Tech is going for this. Ready for another run. Instead, they go slants, and of course, they've got a guy wide open. We've got to get aggressive, and they're running the ball again. This time, I'm gonna come in for the hit stick, and we're able to force a fumble, but Texas Tech picks it up themselves. That could have been the play. Another 3rd down. This time, they're definitely going QB sneak, and Nick is going to plug it up. This time, Texas Tech will kick, it looks like. And Texas Tech on 3rd down, gonna try to go with a QB sneak again, and once again, we're there. I don't know why we didn't get credited for the tackle, but they're actually gonna go for this 4th and 1. Expecting a run, but it's gonna be a pass, and they've got a guy open on the other side. This is brutal, dude. Time is ticking down. We got 3rd and 4, and I don't know what this play is, but I guess it's gonna be a touchdown. Nick's teammates have been getting fried on the other side of the field all game, and with the way offense is playing, we were just doomed from the start. They turn it over again, and Texas Tech actually runs the screen we wanted to see, but they threw it to the other side. Pick 6 might have been able to spark something there, but it feels like every single time we've had a chance to get a pick, one of our teammates slips up and lets a guy get open, or at least able to get a stop there. But offense turns it over again. They've just been miserable in the rain. It has truly been a disappointing game on all fronts, and at this point, a win would be the greatest comeback in college football history, but it's not gonna happen. Texas Tech picks up the 1st down, and they're gonna kneel it out for the win. Game wasn't even as close as it looked. The Red Raiders dominated us, and it was just bad luck we had to play in the rain. Nick tried to help out tackling, had 2 for loss and a forced fumble, but he didn't even come close to having a chance for a pick. A tough way to end the year for sure, but it was definitely a special freshman season. Nick finishes the year with 8 tackle for loss, 20 interceptions, 7 pick 6s, 12 deflections, many of which could have been picks, and a forced fumble. He honestly should have won the Heisman, and I would expect him to win it next year. So thank you for watching, people. Be sure to drop a like, drop a comment, and have a good one. Peace.